back talking with Hugh, Laurie. All right, so your car blew up in New Orleans. Are you a big road trip guy? Are you the type of guy that gets on your car or motorcycle and goes on long road trips?
I would love to do that more than I have done it, but I haven't had enough time. But yes, no, I love the traveling. The arriving I'm not so good at. I'm an endless traveler.
Yeah, see, to me, going there is better than where I'm going or where I've been. It's being on the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we think alike.
We understand each other.
Exactly. So, where have you? What's the furthest you've taken your Triumph? Have you been all through Europe? And all
yes, pretty much. I've had some big tours. I took a big tour in. I went to France, throughout the Champagne region of France. France, beautiful roads, beautiful roads. Nobody on them, and they love things with two wheels.
Right.
Tour de France.
Tour de France. Now, do you?
Hola, 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 hola. You gotta buy.
Now, are you a loner or do you ride with other people?
Well, I did on one of these trips. I went with a huge group. There were 90 of us.
90.
90 of us on 60 bikes.
Wow, that seems a bit much.
I didn't know them all, but I knew my friend who I went with. We had no money at the time. We scraped it together to buy a walkie-talkie system between the two bikes. But we were so mean at the end of the trip that we couldn't decide who was going to get the system at the end of it. So we just got one bit each. I got the walkie and he's got the talkie.
I see.
And neither one is of any good because it's just a lump of plastic.
Right. Yeah. They try to cut the baby in half.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. But we had that was a fantastic trip. We booked into these hotels where there was one hotel we booked into where they got every single room except one.
Right.
And we came down to breakfast, and there's this elderly couple eating their boiled eggs, watching 90 people in leather. And as you know, the sound of 90 people in leather.
Motorcycle, just the chafing.
The chafing alone. I've got some CDs of it, actually. It's really cool.
Speaking of CDs, you're in New Orleans. Were you recording down there?
I did a bit of recording in New Orleans. Yes, we actually recorded in Los Angeles, but we did the horn section we recorded in New Orleans. Which was
why? Is there something about horns in New Orleans or something about the...
Seems to be.
Like sourdough in San Francisco?
Exactly
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm going to go with it and say yes.
Sourdough... You can only get sourdough bread in San Francisco because of the water. You can't get it anywhere else. Only.
Much the same principle applies.
So the same thing because of the humidity
because of the water.
Horns because of
go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And the mighty Alan Toussaint arranged the horn section, and it was his player there. It was just so thrilling. I can't tell you.
So when will the CD be released?
It was actually, oddly enough, today it went on as a pre-sale on Amazon UK. I don't know.
You either sell it or you don't sell it.
Exactly.
So, you take the money, you don't give them the product?
You picked me up on an obvious point.
What is a pre-sale? I
don't understand. That's just what I'm telling you what they told me, all right? Leave me alone.
Is this producer from Nigeria by any chance? You see, man, we pre-sell it. So you'll pre-sell it, give me your money, and we'll pre-sell it.
Investment opportunity. And then it comes out. It's going to be released. It was going to be released at the end of April, but it collided with a royal wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously we thought, well, we don't want to bump them off the front page.
Right.
So we'll push it a little bit later.
Now you've played in this band for years. Nightmare gigs? Have you had situations where you go into clubs and?
I've escaped the complete nightmare.
Really?
But I have witnessed nightmares we had a singer once who he didn't make himself popular either with the band or with the audience. He launched into a 16-minute version of Freebird. It's about 14 minutes longer than you need, really. Yeah, and at the end of the 16 minutes, he decided he was going to do a stage dive. And he sort of stripped almost naked to do the stage dive, and he went into a sort of crucifix position and went. And the audience just parted like
almost biblically.
Yeah, it was a biblical moment. And he hit the concrete floor. I mean, the amps were shaking like this. I laughed for about 9 months after it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
I got knocked out once on stage.
You did?
I don't know, from Muddy Waters. And the guy was so mad that Muddy wasn't there. He came up behind me, bonk, cracked my head open, knocked me out with a Heinz ketchup bottle, and I got docked. There were 2 shows that night, and the guy docked me for the second show. He said, "You're a professional, you should have seen that coming." And I wouldn't get paid for the second show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And someone like you laughed the whole time.
Yeah, sorry. And I am slightly laughing now. But
Exactly.
I'd like to think show business has come on a bit since then.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't at all.
It's gotten worse. Now, what's happening on House? Fill us in.
On Monday night, we are graced with the presence of the magnificent Candice Bergen, who is playing Cuddy's mother, which is an absolutely magnificent... obviously, we all wore ties and curtsied appropriately. It was wonderful to have her there. She plays Cuddy's mother, who was married Cuddy's Jewish father and converted to Judaism. So we have the wonderful spectacle of really... the most obviously Aryan Nordic example of womanhood, speaking Yiddish. Right. And so just to hear her saying Schmendrick and Kvedel, you know, whatever it is, just fantastic.
Well, your Yiddish is faultless.
It just tripped off the tongue, didn't it?
Well, anyway, that's a Monday nights on Fox, correct? Well, have fun at the Super Bowl, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hugh Laurie. Be right back with Holy Steinfeld right after this.